be one of those two picks, right? Like he's just too good.
He seems to be that, yeah. I know Complexity has done it for a long time, and a lot of other teams seem to do it. Just first pick BE. Uh, it's definitely interesting because there's basically when you pick it and you want to offlane Behemoth, you automatically lose the lane, right? So you're basically picking a hero that loses the lane, but then has a tremendous impact in team fights. So it's interesting concept, at least.
It
if
is.
You want to first pick that.
No, I agree with you 100%. It really is. That says something. How it's like you're picking a hero to literally knowing that you're going to lose a certain stage of the game. I mean, to be fair, a lot of suicide heroes definitely fit under that to an extent, but
yeah, that's true. But it's still that some heroes can still contest. You know, we saw Drunken Master kill Doc Repulsor here and formless zipper action. Oh my god. Some more Nitro. Okay.
All right. Slaps is already. He's shaking in his boots.
Yep.
We did see it yesterday. Complexity played it formless. It was fun to watch. But again, that was one of those games. It was their first series, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was against LGT. Their second game, I want to say. They were behind. They were behind early on, but eventually he got to a point, Nitro got to a pretty crazy point of, yeah, he was dealing a lot of damage with that ballistic, so.
I will say it kind of feels like it deals true damage or something. Like that's how much damage it deals. The Q from ballistic. So what is called? It deals a lot of damage. So the thing is about it: can you hit it? Will you get sidestepped, or is it gonna bring you into a bad position? Because sometimes people lose track of the hero while they start running after people trying to hit the Qs. So it's a hard hero in terms of the hardest thing about it is positioning. If you can manage to have great positioning with the hero, it's gonna do wonders for you.
Well, we'll see who ends up playing it here. Again, Chaos Master, I want to say, is usually their carry player. But, yeah, and I was having the discussion yesterday, too. I know it kind of enraged a lot of people in chat. You know, I was making the point that this is a hero that I personally feel like has, a decent skill cap to it. You know, maybe takes a little bit of time to kind of learn it and really execute on it. And people are freaking, it's like, oh my god, Nitro's the easiest hero. What are you talking about? But I think there's a lot of there's levels to this hero. It's like, yes, on the very basic concept of sitting back, spamming Q, yeah, it is really easy. I mean, there's no doubt of that. But as far as microing the Mauser, you know, really positioned, as you were even saying, you know, making sure you can hit it, you know, make sure you're not getting sidestepped, and constantly doing that while focusing on your position. And I think it does take some skill value for sure. And you have to practice this hero. You can't just play it for the first time in a competitive match and expect to do well with it, like you can on some other.
The thing is, the better the players you play against, the more your positioning matters to the game. Because if you're out of position, you're gonna get jumped and you're gonna get killed. And a hero like Nitro, also if you use that Mauser, I mean you're stuck. So you have to be stuck at the right place, you know, so that where you can't get jumped. It's really crucial that you don't, you know, just what's it called, camp. Sit somewhere and you can't get away from it, and you realize too late, okay, oh, this is not good, and then you're basically dead, right? So
yeah,
you have to be very aware of that. And, I think that's I can get the point that it's easy because you're just running away from that Q and you can't run away, and he is so fast, and then you just die basically. I can get that why people think that's just the easiest thing, but high level games, it's still harder to position yourself correctly. And that's the key on that hero, positioning.
Again, we're going to see it here in the hands of Hex against a very quality team, and that is Sync Esports. So, kind of get some insight here, definitely. But Pearl, again, coming out for Sync, and I got to say, that's a great pick against the Nitro, you'd figure. So, that's even more value here. Coming out. Magebane carry, also, there's just too much about, but...
Yeah, I like that Pearl pick, especially Nitro uses his Q from long range. Put that up, and he will have to lose his positioning to deal damage. Or he has to make a choice at least.
Yeah. Yeah, part of me is even a little surprised Hex didn't ban that Pearl, because, you know, they obviously still needed a support. They just played against it for that matter, and again, if there's honestly a support hero that you would be worried about going up against having a Nitro as your true hard carry, it probably would be Pearl. So I think that's a little bit of fault there for Hex to not take it out, but well, they'll have to deal with it. Got Glacius on their side.
Yeah, I think Like the key here for them is to make sure that Nitro does not die to the burst from the Legion side. They need a Storm Spirit to kind of nullify the Tundra ulti, and then they kind of need another one for the Behemoth. He can ignore the Mage Bane with his. He has the thing that gives him 3-second evasion. That's good enough against the Mage Bane, I think, and or actually for longer time. 4.75 seconds at max level, so that's a long time to ignore Mage Bane auto attacks. So if they can make sure that he survives any kind of Behemoth Tundra initiations, he will be able to survive against the Mage Bane, I think, and they will be in a good spot.
Yeah.
They have a lot of strong teamfight heroes. Sync has a lot of turtly heroes. They do not want to fight. They do have the Ophelia to push some towers, so that's good. That if Hillborn wants to teamfight somewhere, then they can counter push elsewhere, and Mage Bane can do it in another lane. So this is gonna be an interesting game, I think, because Mage Bane wants to farm, Ophelia wants to fight.
Well, we'll see what they decide to do as a team here, of course. Ultimately, making that decision and kind of feeling out the game, perhaps, kind of deal. So, all right, here we go, though. Game number 2. See, right off the bat, Serenia buying those boots in the ward and headed towards the bottom lane. I'm sure he's going to sell those boots here. Just wants to get down there ASAP.
Okay, I think I've played Nitro once, but is this the normal build you go on it? I'm not sure, you know, but Punch Dagger Health Pot, it seems weird. It seems odd. To buy those items.
Formalist
being serious.
did not do this yesterday, so that's all I'm going off of.
Okay.
Yeah. That is strange. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, all you do is just sit back and spam your... Not spam it,
I guess, yeah.
Just use your Q, and then, yeah, if you start to take damage, like, and then you finally fall back and then health pot, like, I don't know, but...
Huh. Yeah, I guess it's alright. It might be.
Yeah, I guess you're not really, like, necessarily needing stats by any means, like raw stats, so...
Uh-huh.
It's definitely
It
different.
might be just, you know, cost. It's, in fact, it builds into Ghost Marches, which you're gonna buy anyways, so...
Yeah.
And he probably expecting free farm, so why bother getting something else?
Well, you see Ophelia and Pearl up here, so...
Mick is actually bottom, and Mage Bane is mid. Yeah. That's interesting. Okay, they're going to man up. Okay, so they're predicting a man up, and then they're adjusting it correctly, so Haxorn is gonna get his farm. But like on paper, if they just went Sulfuris as jungling, and you know they put an off lane. Actually, they don't have that great of an off lane, so it's quite evident that they're gonna go man up down here. But else, they would be able to farm the map better than the Legion side until Mage Bane gets a cleaver. So they could go ahead from that, but I think they want to get kills. And snowball from that too.
Yeah, that final pick Gladiator, by the way, we really didn't talk too much about that, but it's definitely interesting as well coming up from Hex here. In fact, Chaos Master is the one playing that, so Snooki, by the way, is playing the Nitro, so kind of swapping things up a little bit there as far as the role goes. Middle lane, oh yeah, definitely Sulfuris in trouble right here. However, not the greatest Ophelia creep.
No. Pearl was almost in position to push him back. He tried to walk up close to him and then use that instead of the Q. I don't think the Q would have been a kill either. So pushing him back might have secured it. But it's interesting to see what they're doing. Like, the support is not needed in any lane, kinda. He can't do much bottom anyways. It's just a behemoth. So he's walking around with slaps, basically assisting in any extra damage for his team in ganks here.
It's almost like he shared control with Zlapt, and Zlapt is just microing him as well.
He's getting coffee, yeah, something, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, top
and
lane
Nitro
now.
is sitting down now here,
Yep.
kinda, so...
He's in trouble. Oh, he's dead. He's definitely dead here. Yeah, there's no way he's getting out of that one. Zibe gets the kill, and yeah, I mean...
I said it. I mean, another hero can easily get off that as soon as he sees trouble, or at least start running earlier, or... if he does not have an escape, at least. Especially when Tundra goes on you like that, you expect, okay, I need to get out. And it just takes too long to get that Nauser back if you are in the bad spot. That's the weakness of the hero.
He even had his E, the runaround ability, so to say the evasion, but yeah, wasn't able to make a play with it in time. So that's obviously taking advantage of the circumstances here with Nitro being solo at the top lane. And Nitro's feeling, I mean, look, he's all the way back here, just using the Mauser to last hit as much as he can. But that's definitely not the big strength. You want to be able to have that presence of the ballistic here, so Oh, middle lane again. This time, Lord Salforus. Oh, the Whirlpool kind of push. Not really. Got caught on the cliff, though. Oh, my God. He's still taking a lot of damage, though. And he is going to fall in the end. However, Ophelia will go down, so Mr. Trumpstuff figured he could get a turn kill. He ends up getting it, but he did die first. So I think Slap is fine with that.
Yeah, that's an interesting mechanic there. I think he hit the ledge, and then the bubble kind of continued with the edge there. Yeah. So didn't get pushed too far, and but they're getting what they want. Sync that is. Mage Pain 360 GPM has a kill already. That's definitely what they want. The Hellborn side needs to get a kill onto the Behemoth, or start rotating. I feel like for this to be really effective. But then again, they chose to. I guess Magnus can roam fine, but if they decided to have the Gladiator supporting instead, I think he would be better to set up kills, especially with the Showdown and Pitfall onto something like a Mage Pain to hit that. Guarantees the combo.
Oh, Magnus. This is all for a refreshment rune. Is it worth it? If he dies, obviously not. And he is going to die. Yep, Serenia credit for the kill. Lord Salforus coming in. Pearl. He's thinking about just going to the Kong. Oh, he dodges, actually, the nuke from Lord Salforus. He's going to try to get killed by Kongor. Oh, my God, he's going to. No. Trumpstick gets credit for the kill. Meanwhile, over here, Haxray goes down. Gladiator getting a big showdown to assist with that. Glacius did fall. But now you see them kind of splitting up, both Behemoth and Ophelia on the run. Lord Salforus and Gladiator much better at combat here. Oh, and he's going to land that pitfall perfectly. Ophelia goes down. Hat trick for Trumpsta on the Lord Salforus. Wow. That went well in favor of Polymorph.
Yep, the Legion side. It simply took too long for them to get the first kill there. And Magnus even respawns and manages to TP back and kind of kill a creep there. But that's not what you want to see, a Salforus snowballing. What it does? Oh, sip it top.
Yeah, I've been watching this, actually. He is going to end up falling. He dove the tower on his Nuki right there, but that was very well played because he popped the evasion and then he used a health pot, and obviously Tundra can't do anything about that. So he realized that he was in trouble. He tried to run, but in the end, he ended up getting sniped down by the ballistics there. Did Zibe. So very well played, actually, by Nitro. And bottom lane, Mickey goes down on Behemoth. Talk about a complete swing here in favor of a Polymorph all of a sudden.
That was 5 kills, I think, for one. 5 kills for Magnus. Like, since the Magnus died, they killed 5 heroes and didn't lose anyone. That's pretty good. I mean, if they can get the ball rolling here, they can definitely contest and do whatever they want on this map here.
Yeah.
Sipit does still have 360 GPM, that's a lot, and Haxman 300. Of course, if Haxman has 300 right now, or 500, he's not gonna do more with the golds. So making sure that Tundra doesn't have too much, and Behemoth the same thing, that's what's going to give them control of the map here in the mid-game.
You look it over here. Pearl trying to set up on a Nitro again, but Magnus actually finds him. So, going to end up having to turn around and run away. And actually, Serenia realizing that, that's not going to happen. She tried to TP out in front of Magnus. I guess she just expected Magnus to not be chasing, and that wasn't the case, so she's going to be frozen. And Trump says, I'll take that kill. 5-1-0 now. 470 gold per minute on this Lord Salforus all of a sudden. Again, things just getting even better for the Hellborn side. So
Glacius has Stridus, and Magnus has Stridus, so they can really be active now. One rotation bottom, make it dice. Sorry, you were saying?
Well, no, I was just going to say Nitro. I mean, he even with that death earlier on, figured it might have been struggling a little bit for it, but no, he's actually not doing too bad here. 320 gold per minute at this top lane. So, point is that, and there's Ghost Marchers, in fact, but point is that Hex hit is not really any negative right now. It is pretty much all positive on the side.
For sure. If Zipper can get out here and land a Cold Shoulder ulti on him before he uses evasion, I'm pretty sure that's a kill. So he's looking for that, but he's definitely being patient and losing some last hits for this. So hopefully it pays out. Pays off, I mean.
Yeah. You look at Salforus here. Was thinking about making a play middle lane, but nobody's there anymore, so instead we'll farm out the creep wave as bottom lane Behemoth is having to play very defensive, almost like he's the suicide here. Going up against Gladiator, who already has a Steam Boots, the Blood Chalice. Wonder what kind of build Chaos Master is going to go for. Being that he's usually that carry player, I almost feel like he is going to go more of the aggressive build right here, something like the Assassin Shroud, but popular, we do see a lot of tablets, astrolabes coming out, so there's interaction here in the jungle. Wow, they're still in the creeps here. And, they are going to kill the Vulture Lord, too. Nice job with the freeze. But yeah, what would you expect to see on Gladiator here for item build?
I'm actually not too sure. You could go the utility kind of build. Something like even Astrolabe, Tablet, stuff like that. Or you could go for a bunch of damage. I think like this Shroud Rift Shield build is fun, but it's really expensive for what it actually does. So I don't think we'll be seeing that, but maybe just at a utility build. Oh, is he gonna find Behe? It's very close.
Yeah, he tried to get a showdown on him at the last second, but...
That was actually quite smart, because that gives vision all around when he lands again, it seems. I mean, that gave a lot of vision in that area. Okay, I did not know that. I thought only like a Pebbles Toss did that, but okay.
Huh.
That's why he did showdown himself there.
I thought he was just panicking and he just clicked himself, but no, that makes more sense then, yeah.
I actually didn't know that, I just saw it there, so that's interesting. I thought only it's like a Pebbles Toss or Panda, you know, Cannonball, kind of, that reveals in the area for a split second.
Yeah. Well, next time you play Gladiator, you have a Gladiator on your team. Keep that in mind.
Does pick up the Steam Staff, so that to me shows that he's probably going to go to Shroud into Rift Shard, so that's going to be the... Hopefully you get a mass crit onto the entire enemy team build here.
Fun for the spectators, but you are relying on the Han Gods there for getting that big crit to come out. By the way, they got Lord Salforus, and that's a nice streak stop too. Zlap getting credit for it of 600 plus gold. Top lane. Yep, Tundra's dead. Nice pullback with the showdown. An easy kill in the end. That'll be now a free tower push as well. Wins Hellborn side, so they got a comfortable lead going overall. 3,600 gold lead, 2,100 experience lead. You see Nitro. I do wonder what he's going for next. You know, I'm trying to think of what formless, but I think he went Nullstone, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Into a staff.
That's actually a fine build here, because the one initiating is the Tundra. Of course, he can blink, Cold Shoulder, remove it, and then ulti. But then he can always act. Yeah. I guess for that reason, he should not go it and then have his team go for some Storm Spirits, maybe. But it doesn't look like anyone's really getting that at the moment.
Yeah.
So you could go Nullstone. It's not too bad. It also makes sure that you can spam Qs and farm the jungle as it is right now. Because if he gets low on mana, he can't deal damage, right?
Ophelia gonna get picked off. Pearl, he got the Undying on him. He's definitely dead. Gets pulled back, eventually killed right there with the Pitfall. Tundra in the background, Avalanche combo coming out right here. Lord Salforus, he is dropping against the life tap off though. The mana void, it is going to eventually be enough for that with the showdown, or the shockwave, excuse me. And Magnus goes down shortly after, so very close on either side. That could have definitely been a turn for Polymorph, but just not enough in the end.
Huge plays from Mickey there, really carried, and also Tundra, Sippe, hit 3-man with the piercing shards and a good ulti. And then Mickey hit multiple people with his Fissure and with the Shockwave. I mean, that was close for Salforus to turn with the W and then get another Q off and then another W and survive that, but he didn't, and they bursted him down in time, and as a result, they win that fight. That's well played. Could have gone worse for them.
Oh yeah. Nitro makes his way to the middle lane now. Farm up here a little bit. You see a TP coming in from Salforus. Looks like Salforus going more of the routine tablet build here with that Neophyte's Book pickup. Bottom lane, Mage Bane, no, he's not doing much here, but he might be in trouble actually. Magnus roaming down here, he's going to get that stun. Comes a combo from Gladiator. There's the Pitfall Showdown, there's the ultimate as well. Haxer, is it going to be enough to survive? Oh my god, it is. The blink of the last second. Got down to about 40 life there.
No,
making the escape.
It's very unfortunate for them that Magnus is not level 6 yet. Also, if he was that last fight, he might have been able to make a play. Oh, a Pitfall. Oh, that's so close.
Yeah, I guess
he's really living.
He's still not out of here just yet, but actually Pearl's going to be found. He'll be killed. Mage Band is going to blink forward now. Can Lord Salforus actually chase him down? Blink up in 2 more seconds. Oh, the new kits, but it's not enough. And he is going to be able to blink.
This is, I feel like this happens so often for Haxon that he always gets out of those kind of situations. I mean, when it happens consistently, it's really not luck anymore. To some point, you have to say, okay, he knows his limits, kinda, and then it's also a little bit combination of luck. But it seems to he always gets out of these situations. I hate it when you play against him. It's like, oh yeah, that's Haxon again with 50 HP or something.
Yep. Now you know as a player, so definitely a frustrating experience, but. Axerin living again right there. Look at this, he's back to full life now, and I think Ophelia delivered some regen, so.
Yep.
It's good to go.
But I
Back
mean,
to farming.
killing him there would mean that he just respawned now and has 0 gold, and now he has 700 and 800 right now. He keeps farming, playing closer to that cleaver. They're looking for him again here. Fila has spotted them out though.
Oh, there you go. Blinks away. Not going to get caught there. You saw Magnus. Yep, he was down there. He is level 6 now, but not able to make a play. Nitro. Whoa. Elder Parasite coming out. All right. On a Nitro here.
Yeah, I was about to say earlier that he has a Blood Chalice bottle, so getting an Allstone just for the sake of farming right now is quite pointless. And it's not that useful in terms of just blocking enemy spells, because the only one you can want to block is the Tundra ulti, but as I said, he could just Cold Shoulder remove it and then ulti. So okay, he's going full damage here, hoping he can survive in the background and then just dish out a lot of damage.
Yeah, to clarify that, so the attack speed actually increases the amount of times that he can use that ballistic. It essentially lowers the cooldown of it. So it works as if you would be just regular doing normal auto attacks anyways, essentially. So yeah, it's kind of funky to think that Elder Parasite's good without an auto attack, but again, because it works that way, that's where it is good. Or potentially could be, I should say. Yeah, I don't know if I expected an Elder Parasite, though, so that's something. Onto him there. But talk about a glass cannon build, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, top lane. Magebane is kind of baiting this.
Well, Glacius is picking up on it, and he's going to go in, but no! The save from Serenia right there with Pearl. In comes a counter Mickey with a shockwave, and actually Magebane is once again going to barely escape. The Undying is on him, but he is going to live. In fact, there's the Ophelia's touch to look at a turn. Down goes Gladiator. Ophelia was picked off. Behemoth trying to run that life tap, though, of Lord Salforce is going to help chase him down. And he gets the serial killer streak, but Magebane again barely living. This time with team support.
They're trying so hard to get him, and it's the kill that they need to get. They are so close twice there. It was a 2-for-1, honestly, and it looked very good for Sync. It's just, I think, to the lineup that Magebane doesn't offer too much right now. He needs more items. He needs that one item after the cleaver. Oh, there goes Glacius.
Wow, yeah, didn't see Tundra over here, but ends up finding Glacius, getting a free kill. You see the Coriel is going to be picked off, but not a big deal there, so well played by Zibby. In fact, the portal key is probably going to be happening for him. He's 2,200 gold, so just about there. Yeah, look at the damage charts. You see Lord Salforce 25%, and everyone else kind of down there. So Salforce, he dishes out plenty of damage.
Definitely does. It's kind of like Thunderbringer as well. Not as much, I think, but it's definitely a comparison. Also, just that Q does so much damage, and he's guaranteed to get multiple off of them in a fight because of the amount of HP and regen ability he has.
Yep, you see Nitro right here is Tundra. He's going around with an Invis rune. He doesn't even have mana for his Avalanche yet.
5 more seconds.
He is going to be fine for now, so not going to stay. There's that portal key purchase of Tundra here. Warhammer picked up by Nitro, so is he? I guess he may just be really continuing this glass cannon build of his Shieldbreaker next. I wonder if that's going to be happening, or it could be a shrunken head. No, to be fair, but
yeah, I think it's going to be Shieldbreaker, just raw damage at this point. And then hope his team can, or he can rely on his positioning to make sure he does not get initiated on and he can live. But it's hard with the Hawk scouting them out as well. They will need Storm Spirits for sure. Gladiator is going for the Shroud crit build.
There you go. He just got that finished. Shrunken Head is being worked on for Lord Salforce. Magnus, he's trying to finish his portal key. Obviously farming here in the middle lane a little bit. There's enemies nearby, but Sync is not able to get the chance to make a jump here. Rune Cleaver is picked up on Magebane meanwhile.
Yep. He's had it for a minute here, and he's starting to farm a lot now. It's definitely troublesome for them.
Yeah, 1,200 gold already saved up, so Magebane, Hack's ready. He's made a point that he loves this hero too, so obviously he has a lot of history on it. So he knows what he's doing with it, is safe to say, and going to see what kind of build he chooses for this time around. There's the Shield Breaker.
it's gonna be very interesting to see that Nitro versus Mage Bane. Kind of it's definitely gonna come down to the team as well, like who can initiate the best and support the other carry, who has the Storm Spirit in the right time, and like that kind of battle is gonna go on. Who has the stun, the initiation.
There goes to TP back to base here to regen, but yeah, no, there's gonna be something. Again, we've only had one game of Nitro so far in the competitive scene, and it was the other day. And, we got an idea of the potential of the other kind of comeback potential, but this team's even ahead right now. It's probably more. Granted, he is also building it much differently this time too. Like I keep going back to with a glass cannon style. So, yeah, no, I'm as intrigued as you are to see how it actually affects these fights and whatnot. How much damage he truly does do. Pearl is up here. Oh, that's a. He just placed a ward of sight literally in front of a ward of sight. Is going to be chased down. They know. Oh my gosh, she jukes enough. Oof.
I thought he was visible for self-voice there, but apparently not. Good getaway.
Whoa, Glacius caught in an awkward spot. He's over near the Ancients. He is going to be stopped, though, but he ends up getting killed by Haxor. But Haxor blinking very aggressively into this. Undying is on him. Ophelia's touch coming out, but obviously not healing. He's blinking away. He will finally die this time. There is no barely escaping this time around. So the 1-for-1 very much in favor of Hex there.
Yep, well played.
Behemoth, he's landing. He wants a.
Well, Zalforis is going in here.
Yeah, Zalforis is like, wait a second, I'm Lord Zalforis. He pops a Shrunken, just charges in. He's getting blocked by the Minotaur. Well played by Zlap there. Yeah, here's the tablet though, and then there's another life tap. So now the slow coming out, and you see Nitro's trying to get in some ballistic auto attacks, but Behemoth jumps in, and down goes Nitro. That's what they have. If they're able to jump on Nitro like that, especially with the Elder Parasite up, he will melt as he did right there. Serenity in the background does get picked off, but now Mage Bane on the chase. He has a Mana Rift if necessary. May not even be necessary, though. They do also catch Gladiator. Down goes Magnus. You could pretty much call it a genocide for Sig right there.
Yep.
Wow.
That's not what you want. That's very greedy. I mean, it's just that one thing that can't happen when you play against a Mage Bane. Now he's 500 GPM, survived the fight, genocide, and the stats are in their favor, and they're just gonna keep on improving and get worse and worse for the Hellborn side because the Mage Bane has the cleaver now, and he picks up a firebrand, so he's gonna go Jarmelis Bane. And now the game all of a sudden looks rough for the Hellborn, even though they're like, yo, I have 470 GPM, yo, I have 430, this is looking good.
Yeah.
In reality, it's really not on top of that. So they needed to force another fight where they get a good initiation instead of chasing like that, where they put themselves in a vulnerable spot for Behemoth initiation, for Tundra initiations.
Initiations, as it usually is such a key, of course, in really most games, if not every game. But a little bit, it's even more so that because Nitro's that kind of hero. Again, we'd stress the positioning is the biggest thing, especially if you're going an Elder Parasite Shieldbreaker build on Nitro. I mean, you're all about, I want to sit back and deal damage to you while my team, tanks you in a sense or prevents you from getting to me. So that's where, again, this initiation, if the Legion team is able to get to Nitro, they can kill him quickly, as we saw. But if the jump happens from Hex, good Gladiator jump, Magmas follow up, then by all means, Hex can clean them up very quickly. So yeah, initiation is such key this game.
Definitely.
Sure.
It's also why I'm stressing that if he goes this glass cannon build, I don't know why they don't have a Storm Spirit for him. They really need that. Someone has to get it. If it's Zalforis, if it's Magnus, he's not going to get it like right now. He's just focusing on getting a Blink. Maybe, he has got that now, so that's good for them. Maybe Gladiator even. Like, someone needs to get it for sure.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that there. It is worth stressing, by the way, that Mage Bane did buy back in that last fight. So.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
okay.
To clarify that. Yeah, I was taken back initially, and then I realized,
right.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that either. Okay. Well, that's at least a little bit of positive in that. But I think definitely worth it if you get genocide at this point of the game.
Oh yeah.
Making sure that the other 4 heroes on Mage Bane's teams is actually relevant to, your opposing team or enemies here.
See bottom lane, Mage Bane blinking, and he's going to be frozen right here. They're going for this kill, actually. Behemoth jumps in with the counter. There's Pearl, though. They were not expecting all this support. However, Nitro, here we go. He's able to get us some decent attacks with that ballistic, but Tundra jumps in, and look at Tundra alone. He does have a double damage room, but now the evasion comes out. And now Tundra's actually in a very vulnerable spot himself. He will go down despite getting Nitro very low there. It was just not enough damage in the end. So the rest have to run. Magebane back at base. I think he might have got ported back right there. Is coming back out, actually. So once again, don't chase too much here if you're the Hellborn team. Lord Salforus, he's going for Serenia. Nice pushback, though. And now here's Magebane with this new Geometer's Bane. Uh-oh, they're cleaning out the Mana Rift to secure the kill. 1,600 damage, it looked like right there. Maybe that was too much, actually. Maybe I missed. Anyways, the point is they finish off Gladiator and Salforus in turn. So, yeah, they went a little too deep again.
That's, I think, the third time that Haxon lives with nothing, and then it's just so bad for them every time he lives. I feel for them, honestly. But again, that was an obvious bait. I mean, Haxon doesn't really put himself in that position a lot, and when he does, you gotta expect you gotta bring everyone. I guess they did eventually, but that Pearl ultimate though, that's insane. Just mitigated everything and won them that fight. They could not do that without Pearl ultimate.
Yeah, again, speaking of initiation, you talk about counter initiation. They have two of the best heroes at that, Pearl and Behemoth. I mean, two fantastic heroes that, you know, think you have a kill and all of a sudden you don't and then you're dead. So Haxor, by the way, finds a free kill on Glacius. This time it was just him, but unfortunately it was also just Glacius. I don't know what he's even doing there, beyond me, to be honest, but he was trying something, so maybe get that ward down. But yeah, that goes back to, you know, what we're talking about with Nitro being that pickup and the response of Pearl. I mean, I no doubt if you're Sync as, oh, that's a big kill on the King Nika there in the middle lane. But they picked it because perhaps a little bit was because of the Nitro. So strong against him especially.
I like what they did there. They put the Q from Pearl onto Behemoth, and then he blinks in with the W there.
Nice.
And, oh, Nitro.
Nitro gets caught. You know, he has enough for a level 3 shield breaker. I don't know why he's not spending that gold here. Sitting on 2,800 gold at that point. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Ophelia, oof, barely gets out.
Yep.
As,
it's looking very good for Sync here. They're still trying to get these kills, but it's just not happening. And this spurt from Tandra is starting to be really effective here at securing Syncs and map control. Oh, Behemoth mid though.
Yeah, he's going to be jumped, but again, watch for the counter. Here comes the heals of Ophelia. It's just not enough damage. Yes, it will be. And yeah, that Mana Rift, though, Gladiator drops about a third of his life. He's on the run. They're juking around the trees. Here comes Serenia with the bubble. Says, where the hell are you? Gets rid of the trees, if anything. They do kill Gladiator. Salforce now. He's going to be on the run. Tundra trying to block him here a little bit. That Curil slowing him down. It's such a strong pet, actually. Perhaps even underrated to an extent. But Lord Salforce, oh my gosh, he's still going to escape. Just a little too tanky. As Nitro is now just resurrecting, so they need to be careful not to go too deep into this, because yeah, Nitro being back up here.
That is true, but they don't have gladiators, so they can't do that long range initiation. They need Magmas here. He's here too, but they definitely could go.
Not gonna get a catch in the end. I wonder what Nitro's doing. Did he just have like a change of heart that he wants to now go something? Because he's not finishing a level 3 shield breaker.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure. Does he want to buy back or something? Keep to that? I don't know. Yeah. I think at that point, if you have to buy back, then you're probably not going to get anything done, because if you want to buy back to kill Magebane, he's just going to blink away when you buy back. So you have to buy all out here.
Yeah, it's such good value. It's not only the increase in armor and damage, but as we talk, it allows you now to target gadgets with it and towers. So to not get it is just beyond me. But maybe he just thinks he has it and he's just not realizing. But yeah, he really needs a level 3.
I actually think he should spam Qs throughout the jungle here. Just spam him and try and hit the bird eventually, because he knows that should be on him. So
true. See if you can snipe it out, yeah. And it's not like it's the most mana to use that, so.
You might as well check. Do get a tower there for free. New bird is spawned here. Oh, Salforce is going in.
Oh, kinda. In the background over here. Where the hell is... Okay.
I must stunt the bird there, so they do pick up that.
Oh, so he did have a change of heart. He actually buys a Shrunken Head. Instead of going for the level 3 shield breaker, He buys a full shrunken head.
Right. It's also a way to go about it. Definitely decrease the damage you take. You can still get Tundra ultied. But hopefully it's gonna be enough for him to live. Matron blinked in there.
Yeah, that was a fairly greedy move.
Not fine. Yeah.
They have a Storm Spirit on Ophelia, so yeah, they figured that.
Yeah, okay.
Well, they get the tower and they get out. Both teams are obviously very cautious when it comes to engaging in fights here. Picking and choosing wisely. So, yeah, Nitro, understandably, feels he needs a little more defensive now with that shrunken head. But yeah, the level 3 Shieldbreaker are going to be a little bit delayed because of that.
Sure. I will say that the problem with this Gladiator build is that until you actually get the Rift Shards, like the Shroud doesn't really do anything for you. It's very minimal damage increase, and it's a very minimal impact for the cast actually, as we have a fight brewing.
Yeah, Nitro's been chasing this whole time. We see the damage of that Heat Blast, but now he's actually turning around because they jumped on him, and Magebane did. Pops his own shrunken head, but look at him falling. Drops to half-life. Magnus does him with the Eruption. That bubble, though, it's helping to keep Magebane alive, but the Undying's on him. In comes the Coat of Arms. The Mana Rift's not going to be enough. The evasion on a Nitro. He's now kiting away this Tundra, and now Tundra's in trouble. So actually, Polymorph winning this fight right here pretty big time as they make it a 4-for-1, only losing Glacius. Yeah, Nitro was able to get a good start right there as he was chasing down several different heroes on sync. They were kind of spread out, and that worked out very well for Hex.
That Gladiator ultimate, it affected everyone at the time where Mana Rift came out, the Behemoth ultimate, like Tundra Shards burst onto Nitro, and he only lived through that because of that Gladiator ultimate. I'm pretty sure that most of the others did as well, so that was a pretty amazing execution there from Polymorph. Also 4-for-1 or what? 4-for-0? Also really well played.
Yeah.
That's what they needed, and they get the Magebane killed finally. He's 610 GPM, they really need to get that, so that's good. Nitro survives, Lost of Forest survives, and Gladiator survives, Magebane dies. If they can have 2 of those survive every time that Magebane dies, that's definitely one fight for them.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a 4-for-1 there with Glacius down on the Hellborn side, but again, that's that one that you're just not really overall concerned about. But oh, bottom lane Pearl. Look at this. Yeah.
That's what I mean. It feels so bad to die to that. He just runs in and just cleans you up 3 shots there. But I mean, that's what the hero can do. So, well played.
I'm loving that we're gonna get to see, like, again, this Nitro kind of develop into the late game and kind of see the true power of it. So, yeah, we're getting glimpses of it now. Again, a level 3 Shieldbreaker, that Elder Parasite, a lot of damage potential, and the heat rounds. You get a staff for the Master on top of this now. It's a lot of intense AoE damage that has potential to come out. So I wonder if that's what he's going to go for next, or if he instead is going to go for some more damage elsewhere, perhaps. But we'll see what he chooses.
I think he's gonna go for more damage in terms of just item damage. Something I don't know. Wing bow or something is appropriate on him. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll have to wait and see. I think just more damage when you have this build. You have the Shrunken already. It was enough. If that and Call to Arms was enough to keep you alive last time, there's no reason it shouldn't be the next time here as well.
Well, yeah, it's that the call, and then the runaround too is not really passive. I guess the evasion even. He really does have several ways to be defensive if it calls for it. So, yeah, exactly. I'm with you. That definitely more just damage focus could make sense here.
Sure. At the same time, Legion, they kind of need a sheepstick onto either Tundra or the Behemoth at some point here. Tundra does have a puzzle tree. It's really hard to argue with that, but I think they need a sheepstick so he can't use that evasion, and they can then burst him down. Because if he can blink ulti the Nitro and then sheep him after, I'm pretty sure he can almost solo him. If there's no Call to Arms, of course. We saw that bit before.
Yep, quite the buff for the team and the damage mitigation there. Both teams, again, have found themselves in a spot now of wanting to avoid somewhat, or at least just be all 5 together if they are going to get in a fight. But here comes a counter warding from Ophelia. Has that bound eye, and it's going to address a couple of wards around the Kongor pit, so well played here. Kongor has not been killed yet, I want to say, here in this game, so Gonna be important.
Nitro tried just before, that's why he's a bit low, but realized that, okay, Sync is up now, and we don't have the time to do that. It's probably a bit of throw if we go for that right now. So now Sync is moving over, and yeah, it's gonna be a new fight, I think. They do have the advantage of the bird, and it can also see smoke targets. Oh, they're just going in like that. Oh, he was okay. He had the showdown on. Okay, he blinked, picked up a blink and a bulwark, so he kind of quit that idea with the shroud crit. He did have a very nice start with freeform, so I think that might be why he wanted to go for that in the first place. But now I like that he switched to bulwark, and it's better for the team that more people can survive the burst from the Legion side, and with the cold storms on top. Make sure most people survive, just like last fight. Try and get that again, and you're gonna be in a good spot to take this game.
Yeah, maybe we can get something like the Abyssal Skull even now to help with that supportish style, the R items, but toying with them right there.
Even the gnomes, it gives magic armor to the entire team, so I'd like to see that. Because now you have the bulwark, so someone getting a gnomes. I know it's not something you want to have onto Sulfuris now. He has a lot of other items that he wants to choose from. Maybe even Magnus. I think he should have bought a gnomes instead of spell shards here.
Fine. Okay. Oh, that was close with the Behemoth, but yeah, it's going to be fine. There's a Frost of Skull of Magebane being delivered here. So is that now a little tankier? 2,600 life on him as we see. 600 gold per minute. Where is Nuki going with this Nitro? 2,600 gold now saved up and counting. Part of me really oh, wait, what? Demon just jumped into the creep wave right here. Oh, he should have killed the Mauser. Okay, I'm like thinking to myself, what the hell's going on? But actually, Nitro brings it back, and now Magnus is going to die, though, as Magebane all of a sudden comes in. You see Nitro himself is running away, though, trying to kite and do the damage. You see the damage. It is adding up. And Magebane has to get away, actually. Wow.
It's fun to watch, man.
Yeah, I had to do a double take, because, again, I was like, what? Was that a misclick on Behemoth? But that's right. He got Mauser and was trying to kill him, but wasn't able to do so.
Yeah, I think he initiated that, and then he just called that back. So that's why I think Nitro was half HP. It must have been close, I think. I didn't see it, but I just saw Nitro with half HP, and I don't think he would be farming down there with half HP, so and Mickey being in that spot at all.
Oh,
mid lane.
Yeah, South Forest gets caught here. That should be a kill onto him. It's South Forest, actually, but even so. Okay. Whew, took a little longer, but eventually do take him out. But yeah, again, at Nitro, if he's able to kind of get that kite going or sit at distance, it's just being a new hero. It's going to be interesting to. It's fun witnessing, that damage potential. I mean, it showed right there once again. I mean, this Magebane 2,600 life now and everything. In fact, they're going to jump again right here, catching Nitro, and that is going to be a kill. Does he have a buyback? He does. He uses it immediately, porting in. Can they make a play out of this now? Serenia pops the bubble, and they just run the hell on out of there. You see Nitro is chasing, though, trying to catch at least Tundra. He gets the 1 kill. He gets the 2 kills. You can tell Sync is in panic mode, but now Magebane gets on top of Nitro, but again, he can't really stay on top of him, especially with support coming in. Magnus, he missed the stun. Magebane, he is going to be able to blink away again, so made it interesting right there.
Yeah. They actually get something from those buybacks, but that's very expensive buybacks there. One on Nitro and one on Sulfuris there, but good ganks there from Sync, I should say, forcing those out, getting those kills one after another there. They have to make sure that they don't get picked off that easily, Polymorph after this, next time. Because that was 1 kill after another, just they kept going. I think after you lose Sulfuris there, you have to expect that they're in the area and not die a little bit further up in the mid lane. But it does turn into a Conquer kill for them, so that's a positive.
There we go, Nitro. We'll pick it up. It's that token here, so.
Honestly, not too bad, considering they do get that, if they can make something happen with it.
No, it's definitely, this is a very even game. Again, coming into this, see Polymorph 0-2, a little bit of a struggle yesterday, and a newer team to this Diamond Division. They were here last cycle, but had to play relegation to stay, and all that jazz here. Where then you got Sync on the other side, of course. Well, we know Sync, so the fact that Polymorph is competing as well as they are and making this definitely quite the game is something in itself. But hey, getting a victory, tying the series in the end, that would make them pretty happy, I'm sure. Glacius, though, he's gonna die here.
Yeah.
He
was down there avoiding. The bird found him. He pays for that. Snap does find, was it a ref? If he finds this one, it's, yeah, that's bad for him. So, good kill from Sync.
Magnus down here, he's got the spell shards. Interesting. I don't know if we really addressed that, but...
Yeah, I said that I would like to see a Gnomes instead.
Okay, that's right, yeah.
Just for the team, yeah. He bought that. Oh, top lane.
Top, yeah, again, Magebane starts feeling the pressure, has to blink away. Between South Forest and Nitro. Pretty quick right there. Yeah, definitely is a pretty greedy choice from Magnus there. And that's when you mentioned the Gnome's Wisdom, but he has another 2,200 gold saved up, so bound to get
honestly, I honestly favor the Hellborn side in the late game, kind of, because they have those like Gladiator, Nitro, and Sulfuris. All three heroes are gonna get something, like a good decent amount of form. And Magebane is at some point gonna get maxed. He's almost at that point where he can't get another item. So if the game goes beyond that, then it's only in your favor, because whatever Magebane farms is basically, it doesn't matter. So yeah, it's not too bad for them to take this further. I was nervous for them earlier, but I mean, Nitro's not doing too shabby against Magebane.
Yeah. Yeah, look at the rift shards that it gets too. So, not going to be going the staff route here. Liking the idea of more of the single target.
I think this is more damage too, honestly. Just, yeah, getting the single target rift shards here. I think it's more damage than the staff.
I mean, absolutely. It's like, yeah, this is definitely single target. Like, the staff, though, it brings the AoE presence. But actually, Nitro is going to be jumped here. Again, he has a token. Dumped by Tundra, though, but look at Gladiator happen to be nearby. Invasion's pop. He's going to turn Tundra and gets the Storm Spirit off. It's not going to matter, though. Dies right after, even with the heal attempt. And now Ophelia! She's going to possibly die. No, Talbot's just out of range. Or does she? Oh, my God, it's so close. It is going to be out of range in the end. But can you just see the burst of Nitro? How quickly he can fall.
Slap did the point back Storm Spirit there, but Nitro timed perfectly the Q so that he actually got the kill there, because usually the target that Ophelia uses W on and then Storm Spirit is just guaranteed to get out. But the timing there was just not perfect, so he got out.
Now,
he died.
This is interesting, and kind of just picking up on this. Nitro, despite having the level 3 shield breaker, he can't affect towers with it, because his Q doesn't actually hit towers. So there is a little bit of value lost there, and I didn't even think about that.
Also, though, they could jump that right now. Oh, but he has the token. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you see Bowser. Yeah, gotta keep an eye on that.
Then he can hit them from that far range. Beams cannot initiate. That's 3 racks for them, I think. Oh, but Magebane down bottom, pushing racks there.
Oh my God, he is. Yeah, he gets a tower kill. He's going for the melee racks. Here we go. Jump from Behemoth. Catches Lord South Force. South Force is going to fall. Nitro, he's sitting back. He's trying to launch that ballista out. In comes Magnus. The call to arms as well. The big wombo combo coming out. Glacial Downpour even on top. Nitro, he is going to end up falling as Magebane now joins the party with that shrunken head. But Nitro coming up. Can they lock him down? Absolutely. He did not even stand a chance. He could not get his shrunken head off, by the way, which he had right there. Lord South Forest now, he's going to try to make his escape with his shrunken head. A tanky target, but not tanky enough here. Hat trick for Haxer into the end. You mentioned he was pushing bottom during all that. The Rax does stay alive bottom, but what a cleanup for Sync Esports here. And now they're going to come back and push the base.
Like, Serenia won that fight, 100%. It's like Glacial Downpour, Call to Arms, Magnus Eruption, like Nitro auto attacks there, or Qs. I don't care. I'm just gonna ulti and no one's gonna take any damage, and that's what he did there.
Again, it really was such a big, strong. It was such a strong pick, especially against Nitro. It just has those other benefits as well. So they're gonna clean up here bottom. They're gonna kill Nitro again, most likely. Well, maybe not actually. They do get the melee racks, but now actually Tundra and again Magebane. When Nitro starts getting the attacks in, I mean, it is some good damage. He's gonna hit Magebane here a couple times, but eventually Magebane is gonna blink away.
The Wingbow proc.
Oh, he's gonna go back in, and there's the Mana Rift to finish him off.
Yeah, it's very questionable the way he just ran in there. He has a long range, and he just ran at them into melee range. I'm not really sure what he was doing there, thinking he was invincible and nothing could hit him. And as a result, he has 1000 HP and low mana, and then Mage Bane cleans it up like that. Like the game is far from over. That looked like a desperation move, like just running in. Like I gave up, kinda. So I think he should keep going. This is still an even game, very winnable for both sides.
Yeah. You see Mage Bane, he's going to use that Frosted Skull, goes back on a Gladiator. There's the Assassin Shroud, though. Bound Eye coming in from Ophelia, so trying to get here to maybe set up a turn.
They should just chill, wait for Nitro, and then try and get a pick off or whatever the next move is. They don't have to force stuff here. They used a lot of buybacks there, though, so that's not good for them. Next fight they lose, they might lose the game, so they have to make sure they execute correctly from now on.
So I'm really taking in the shield breaker now, not working against because again that's why, isn't it, why this new shield breaker people really like, is that idea that it can now work on towers, especially, and helps for sieging. If you can't do that on a hero, is it really that valuable? Like, was there a point to go shield breaker here for Nitro? But actually, middle lane, jump onto Gladiator, is going to catch him, quick kill. Meanwhile, in the background, Lord South Force also caught by Tundra. Nitro is able to kind of sit back here and deal some ballistics, though. A lot of damage from that quad kill from Hexer, though. Are we going to see an annihilation? Very likely, honestly. GG's being called. Let him get it. Come on. He's going in. Oh, he gets the proc, and yes. He is going to get the annihilation right there. So, wipeout, genocide, GG, well played. Sync will take game number 2. And they take the series 2-0. It was a fight, though, that's for sure. Polymorph, again, another case against Complexity yesterday, the same deal. They put up a valiant effort, a great fight, but they are going to come up short once again here, and they'll stay winless so far in the group stages. So, what an interesting game, though.
Yeah, it definitely was. That's a nice hold. I mean, in the base there, I think it was okay for them to push because they couldn't do much about it. But that Serenia ultimate on Pearl Day again, it just completely won them that